Tan from Artemis Oracle doing your reading today. Today, this reading is going to be for the weekend current energy check-in for the next 72 hours. Let's see what comes out. This could be reading that resonates for any next 72 hours, whenever you happen to come across this replay, or if you're watching the live. As always, take the messages that resonate and leave behind what doesn't. Don't try to force a story that isn't yours. Not all messages are meant for everybody, but some messages may resonate. But in order for you to find out is if you stay around long enough to receive the message. So happy Friday to anyone who is watching when this reading goes live or when it posts on the channel. My name is Tan, and Artemis Oracle is my channel. We're doing a reading for the next 72 hours. The next 72 hours for the collective. What does the collective need to know for the next 72 hours for angels guides? I didn't go on live yesterday because I was not feeling well. My trip was amazing. It was amazing. I had a wonderful time. It was a solo trip. I went on my own. I went to visit Seattle. I went to go see the Nothing More concert. And it was amazing, an amazing experience. All the bands that played before Nothing More went on stage, but they were fantastic. Saw Doobie, Archers, and Catch Your Breath. Yeah, it was amazing. It was so worth the experience, worth the trip. I made the best of the experience. I was there for only, I got there Monday afternoon, and I left Wednesday afternoon. So only 2 days, but I did so much. I did so much. So, hi Priya, how are you? So let's see what the message is for the next 72 hours. Okay, you got law, drinks. That's too many cards. So law, drinks. I would definitely say from these two cards is be very careful this weekend. Try not to get involved in these situations where you're driving drunk, or you in the car with someone who's drinking, or being in the car with alcohol, because I know that's illegal in New York State. Not sure how. I'm pretty sure it's legal all over the United States or wherever you may be from. Okay, so law. I'm doing well. I'm recovering from a cold, but I'm doing okay. Thank you. So law and drinks. Depravity. Ooh. This is so weird because this is for the next 72 hours. Definitely be careful around alcohol with the drinks card. Depravity. When I think of depravity, I think of people who are, let's just say Epstein file people. People who are engaged in that type of depraved behavior, assaulting people, especially people who are inebriated or unable to defend themselves, protect themselves. You don't want to get caught up in some offense or be a victim of an offense that requires the law to take and impart justice. This is the type of shit you see in the weekend. I mean, because you're footloose and fancy free, but then you gotta be responsible. You have to protect yourself. This goes to anybody. You don't want to get DUI or DWI or be a victim of assault of any kind. Hi, King. How are you? I'm in New York. So, New York, what do you mean by the condition of New York? Because I live in the United States. Besides, the legal stuff with the... Oh, you're welcome, Ryan. Let's see. What else we need to know for the next 72 hours? So the next 72 hours could be this weekend, or it could be just any time you happen to see this video, because I know some people may watch this after it posts, after it's posted as a replay video. But everything seems good in New York. I mean, the weather is colder. I mean, it's cold. It's 41, but it's cold. Uninvited guest, surprise, accident, big change, moment of decision. So, ooh, you know, don't you hate when people pop up out of nowhere? You don't know them, and then, or you're not expecting them, and they just come out of nowhere. They want to come to your house, uninvited. Like, who invited you? Whistleblower, betrayal, report, exposed, leak. That's interesting. Can I get one more? Message. You know, whistleblower could be just somebody giving you some information, stuff, inside scoop, telling you something that you don't even know, you may not have been aware of. It may be coming in as a message, and it may be coming as it could be an unexpected message. It doesn't have to be an actual person's coming to your house. You know, there may be somebody unexpectedly coming to your home, but hi, Huncho. Hi, Tracy. How are you? Hi, Chatinarine. Chatinarine. I hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, okay. I feel like something's going to be coming out this weekend that you were not aware of. It may be impacting you in some way, or it could be impacting someone around you. It could even be impacting your neighborhood. You know, like when I'm putting this all together, I don't know, like this happens sometimes. There are people who are very prominent community members that they may get caught up in the weekend, you know, having a good time, doing some things that they know damn well they shouldn't be doing. I'm good, thank you, Tracy. So, you know, we hear about this stuff. It could be someone we know. It could be somebody a prominent figure in your community, even in government, some official. That could be coming out. Maybe somebody is leaking some information about someone that is going to involve the law. I'm looking at these messages. It may be coming in through, if you're the recipient of this message, it could be call records. Something is being revealed this weekend. But if it's not anything at a larger scale, it could just be something, some unexpected news they received that just exposes something or exposes someone to you. I know the last thing as us, you know, hopefully we're all law-abiding citizens, you know, that haven't engaged in depraved behavior. Hopefully we're not finding out someone that we thought highly of has done something, and it's being revealed, it's being exposed in some way. You know how stuff gets through social media, things get reposted, shared, spread around, end up on a Reddit thread or something. But it could be something like that happening. You see, this is why I was telling you to be careful. Hi, Quinn. Not yet. I'm doing the general 72-hour check-in, energy check-in. So you're going to have to wait. So loss of control. This is why I'm saying, please be careful and do not engage in illegal behavior, especially when it's involving alcohol. Don't get behind the wheel. If you have been drinking, just keep yourself safe, keep other people safe. The thought that popped in my mind is somebody does get stopped, but then they are found with something they're not supposed to have in their trunk. I don't know why this weird shit is coming up, but I don't know. The intuition card was at the bottom of the deck when I split and lost control. Some of you may already have a sense about somebody. It says sixth sense, intuition, subconscious. You know, sometimes our subconscious mind, oh Lord, the sing card. Okay. Remember there was a singer with the trunk that they found a body in his trunk. I don't watch the news, okay? So if I'm saying something that's already come out, I promise I don't watch the news because I avoid the news like the plague. I don't know if they remember that. I think his name was David or something. Maybe something's gonna be coming out about that. I don't know, because I thought about the trunk of the car, and then we got the sing card. I don't know, maybe there's gonna be some new development, something coming out. I don't know. I haven't been watching the news because I know that there's stuff going on. I have a filter, let me know about what's going on with the world and stuff. I don't watch it directly. But I haven't heard anything about this David dude, so I don't know if something's coming up. And I see the Dave DD here. I don't know. Somebody's initials could be DD, M, W, L, U. Okay, this is weird. Okay, let's go into something else. Let's go into love for the next 72 hours. Hopefully it's not some weird stuff like this. I try not to be judgmental, but it's like sometimes I get these weird messages and I'm like, I have to report that? I have to reveal this? I have to say this? It's weird. I don't mind talking about the DUI. You definitely want people to stay safe. Drivers and pedestrians. I want everybody to be as safe as they can be. Well, let's see what comes out with love for the next 72 hours. Hi, Coach. How are you? Okay. One day, stress. Someday, somewhere, another time. Stress, turbulence, tension, arguments. Isn't it the worst when the weekend has some dramatic stuff happening, you know, and you're trying to have a relaxed weekend and then drama starts. So we have intuition coming out again with this deck. Heart song, telepathy, inner knowing. Made me think of the song, Follow Your Heart, Your Intuition. Loyalty, that's, what's her name? Jewel, she did that song. Loyalty, trusting, reliability, believing, soulmates. You know, the only card that seems a bit challenging is stress, right? The stress card out of all of these. One day, someday, somewhere, another time. Stress, turbulence, tension, arguments. Intuition, heart song, telepathy, inner knowing, and loyalty, trusting, reliability, and believing. There may be something challenging coming up this weekend or the next 72 hours, whenever you happen to see it. This reading is timeless. That may be causing a level of stress within you. Because I have the soulmates card at the bottom of the deck and it says deep love, unity, connection. One day. I don't know if some of you are wanting to meet a soulmate. You're feeling some sort of pressure. Or there's something going on between you and someone who you consider a soulmate, where you may be questioning their loyalty, their honesty. But there's a part of you that knows deep down inside what the answer is, and that may be bringing you a level of stress. Sometimes when you know something or you feel something, you sense something, and you doubt it in some way, probably because it goes against what you think, but it's like not in alignment with what you're thinking and how you're feeling, or vice versa, how you're, like sometimes you could think somebody is something, but then deep down inside, you don't feel like they are. So there may be some sort of inner stress going on that has you questioning whether someone is loyal or not. Maybe questioning if someone is worthy of giving a chance because they have yet to prove their loyalty. So you may be giving somebody a chance. But if it doesn't align, if it doesn't feel right, if it's causing you stress, then that's something that you really need to tune into this weekend, because yeah, love can be challenging. Hi, RM, how are you? Love can be challenging, and it's normal to kind of question whether someone is loyal or not, but there may be some like stress between, intuiting whether someone is loyal or not. You're going by your feelings, and I don't know where these stress may be coming from. I don't know if it's more like this person has done something to make you question their loyalty, or it's just past experiences that have you putting up your guard. because you probably have thought somebody was a soulmate to you, but they turned out not to be. So you're wanting to protect yourself in some way. And sometimes when you feel like you have to put up that boundary towards somebody where you actually feel emotions for them and you don't want to have that boundary up for them, it causes a conflict, that inner conflict within yourself, you know, that stress, that tension that the stress card mentions. Like you may feel a deep connection with this person, but then there's something that's not really allowing you to put down your guard. So I feel like what this is saying is like, don't try to force something to happen quickly. Let things play out as it may. You know, you could put up your boundaries to the extent where you're still interacting with this person because maybe they haven't done anything specific to trigger you in some way. It's just more like a fear. Or it could be something that they did that reminded you of the past that kind of has you a little bit stressed out, as if possibly you're repeating a cycle again. With what they say, different person, or same person, different meat suit, that type of thing. But it's like, with this, it's like saying one day, you know, one day, like the truth will come out. You know, you will see whether this person is loyal or not. But it's normal to keep up boundaries just to protect yourself, so that if something does come out, it won't hurt as much, or you wouldn't have invested as much as if you would have not had your guard up. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. All right, let me see. I'm gonna do yes or no questions. Let me see what time it is. It's 2:44 here in New York. That's 2:44 Eastern time. So like 3 o'clock Eastern time, I'll do the yes or no questions. But I'm only gonna do it for people who are subscribed to my channel. So you have to be subscribed for the last 10 minutes if you want me to do a yes or no question for you, at the very least. So, and I'm only doing it yes or no, nothing in depth, because that takes a lot of time and energy, and I think I'm gonna get to the point where I might start charging. It'll be a small fee, but I haven't come to that point yet. Okay, some of these cards are in reverse, so I'm gonna read them intuitively. So let's see what the one day is. What is this one day? Ace of Wands. That has to do with a new beginning, but a new creative beginning, a new spark igniting. It's giving me Mars energy. I'm getting Mars energy, like Aries. It's a fire sign energy. Hot and tempting. Wheel of Fortune in the upright, that's good. So it's something good. One day, something good. One day, something good is going to happen. You're going to have something exciting happening. You could be a fixed sign, which is Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, or Aquarius. And then we have Five of Wands, conflict. I was talking about the stress card, but the inner conflict, with the heart and mind, you know, not being in alignment. The Five of Wands. I think whatever this new beginning is, it could be what this is. Like, this is something, yeah, you may experience. One day could be day one. And the Ace of Wands is like day one, the beginning of something. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Let's see. Things changing. Whatever this change is, it's going to probably bring out some conflict within you. Because it's going to be different than you've ever expected. You know, like if it's a change that is out of your control, you're either going to go with the flow of it, or you're going to resist it. And that's where the Five of Wands may be. It could be some sort of resistance coming in, where this change is coming in. But the Five of Wands could also be competition too. So I don't know. I'm not getting competition though. I feel like it's more so conflict than anything. But why the stress? Why is the stress card here? Okay, Ten of Wands is the need, like someone's being overburdened, has too many responsibilities, too much stress, not enough help, not enough hands. Ten of Wands in the reverse is, ooh, I feel like somebody's stuck. With the Fool in reverse, the Fool is someone who takes risks, takes a leap of faith. It also goes with the Ace of Wands. Any of the aces is a new beginning with something. But if it's in a reverse, it's like some of you make me feel like you're stuck in a certain situation that has been burdensome, that has been stressful to you, and isn't allowing there to be movement, growth, momentum, some sort of momentum. And that may be where the tension is, because if you feel stuck, that's like the worst thing to ever feel. But then you got to think about in what ways can you unstuck yourself, you know? So yeah, Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is someone who can be very impulsive with communication, but this is someone who speaks the truth, but they may do so bluntly. So some of you maybe charging through whatever this is, or maybe deciding on what action you need to take to charge past this period of stagnancy that you may be in, that may be causing you stress, maybe causing stress within a relationship, since this is a love reading. It doesn't have to necessarily have to be romantic, because like I mentioned in other readings, we love our family, we love our friends, but it could be a romantic situation. Definitely could be. So that's the intention of this reading, this portion of the reading. Intuition, King of Wands. Some of you may be suspecting that someone is not really authentic, that they may be putting up a front, maybe trying to make themselves look a certain way, maybe attention seeking, egotistical, selfish and manipulative, with the King of Wands coming out in reverse. So that could be where this stress is coming from, or this could be the fear. With the Eight of Cups, some of you are considering walking away from this fire sign energy. It could be a fire sign energy, or just someone who is embodying the shadow traits of a King of Wands. Someone who may be, this is the King of Wands could also be like a player type energy. You know, the one who's very charismatic and flirty, but not in the positive sense, since it's a King in reverse. It's more like toxic. Maybe somewhat narcissistic in a way too. So some of you are getting this intuitive nudge, or you're already sensing and knowing that maybe this is a situation that you need to walk away from. Tell me more about intuition with the King of Wands and Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, because it's not working anymore. Like, you probably overworked yourself to the point where you feel like whatever you've done hasn't reaped the rewards or results that you're hoping for. The number 88 may be significant. 88. 88, 16, number 7. It could be that. Because we have the Eight of Cups with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So walking away from a situation that you put in the hard work, you put in the focus, you put in the dedication, you know, you took care. But it's like, or maybe you're leaving somebody behind who is no longer giving in, or giving equally, or caring just as much, who isn't matching the energy, you know, where you may have been somebody who's focused on repairing or improving or growing and stabilizing the relationship. This person probably hasn't done a damn thing, and that's causing you to question if you should stay or go. Should I stay or should I go? That may be something you're considering, because loyalty is on the table. Is this person loyal? Or have you been loyal? Loyal to this person who may not have been loyal to you, where you have become the sacrificial lamb, where you have probably blindly trusted this person, but now you're seeing that possibly you may have made a wrong decision. Now, loyalty. We have the Two of Swords. Yeah, you're in your mind, you know, possibly. I love how, I'm always going to mention this because I heard it from her, but Madison Intuitive Tarot. She's a wonderful tarot reader. Awesome. Two of Swords, the lies we tell ourselves and the truth. Have you been lying to yourself? Have you been stuck in your head? Are you now blocking out things so that you can listen to what your intuition is trying to tell you? You know, the first person you have to be loyal to is yourself. If you can't be loyal to yourself, you can't be loyal to anybody, you know? The Lovers card came out. Two of Swords, about trying to make a decision. You know, is this a relationship that's worthy of being saved? Is this a true soulmate connection? Because the soulmate card came out at the bottom of the deck for the love reading. But then some of you have reached a breaking point in the relationship. And then we have silence. There's been no communication or lack of communication. Someone may be playing the silent treatment game. And some people do that for self-care. Some people do that as a manipulation tactic. But then, like I mentioned, pride, somebody's ego, somebody's egotistical. We got the King of Wands in reverse. It could be that type of energy. And I even said possibly even, you know, someone who may be a player type energy, who may be lusting, a lusting energy. I'm just sharing that because I saw that. And it's I just saw those cards and it's aligning with what I'm seeing in the reading. But with the Two of Swords coming out, that's indicating like there's a blockage. It could be you blocking out somebody or blocking out external influence, just so that you can get in touch with yourself, in touch with your feelings, in touch with your mind, see where the imbalance is, and in order to make a sound decision that is best for you. Because that's what the Lovers is. It's not only about a lover, like your lover, the person, your soulmate, your twin flame, or your other half or whatever. This is the choice card, you know? When we choose to be with somebody, that's the big choice, you know, because we're sharing our life with someone else. Hopefully they're in the same sentiment, that they're sharing the same sentiment with us, like they're sharing their life with us and you're working together collaboratively to build a life together. But if it's one-sided, then it's now a question, like, are you being loyal to yourself, or are you being loyal to a situation that doesn't deserve loyalty, you know? Misplaced loyalty is what I'm getting. Seven of Cups. This has to do with no longer being confused by the situation. And this is where the Two of Swords comes in. You know, when you think about this collectively, these cards together, this is about being very clear about what you want and making the decision without any illusions or disillusionment or, you know, lies, self-deception. Because sometimes we do that to ourselves. Sometimes we stay in situations where we know damn well we don't belong because it doesn't sit well. I'm going to tell you this much. And this is a question for you to ask yourself. If you are in a relationship like this and you've made love to this person, how did you feel afterwards? Did you feel like a part of you was tainted or missing? Or did you feel like you just want to disappear? Because that's your sign that this is not the person for you. Because if you feel like that, yeah, you need to walk away. And I'm telling you from past experience, you feel like that, it's a yucky feeling. You start to question, like, what the hell is wrong with me? You know, like, why did I let this person in? Why did I trust this person? If you feel like that after you've made love to somebody, and regardless of your gender, your identity, or whatever, your preference, if you felt like shit after fucking somebody, then that's someone you don't fuck with anymore. You stop fucking them. Regardless if you love them or you think you love them or whatever, stop it. You're hurting yourself. You're degrading yourself. You're destroying a part of yourself, you know, that you're gonna have to repair, rebuild, heal. You deserve more than that. And I speak from experience. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So that's something that you have to consider. You have to reflect on. And I'm not here to tell anybody what to do with their life. I'm just sharing my experience based on what I see in these cards, and I'm wanting you to see if that resonates with you. Because if it does, then I'm just telling you, I'm your confirmation that this isn't for you. Whatever this is it isn't for you. You know, but ultimately it's your decision. And there may be, like I said, complexities in the relationship where it's not easy just to walk away, to end the relationship, you know, because there may be a marriage, there may be assets, you know, that complicates things. But I'm just letting you know, that's your confirmation that this isn't the right situation for you, if you needed that. So I feel like the loyalty card is the advice. Are you being loyal to yourself, or are you misplacing your loyalty towards something that doesn't deserve it, that doesn't serve you in any way? And then once you are able to remove the blindfolds and remove like the lies, the illusions that someone may have been creating, because it's like deep down inside you already know this isn't for you, but it's just a matter of like looking at things from a different perspective, you know, from a higher perspective, and no longer being a fool, you know, because remember, like to a certain extent, we get to choose how stuck we are, depending on the situation. There are people that are exempt from that because of abuse, being conditioned to feel and be in a certain way because of fear. But if that's not your situation, then you still have power. You still have autonomy. You still have control. It's a matter of you exerting that, taking your power back and allowing yourself to have a new beginning, you know, and to change things around, because whatever this is, it isn't for you, but one day what is meant for you will come to you. But it's just a matter of moving away from something that doesn't do you any good, you know? All right, so I'm gonna end the reading there. Then I'm gonna start answering yes or no questions right now, because that was like heavy. I know I shared too much, but you know, we're human. We've all been there at some point or another. Hopefully not I don't think everybody has. Maybe some people make better decisions than I have, you know? I'm not saying being human is an excuse, but it sure as hell is an explanation. Hi, Cave Ranger, how are you? I'm doing good. Yesterday I got home from my trip and I got home really early. I got home around 2 something in the morning and I was feeling like crap. I think I got a cold when I was in Seattle. All right, so I'm gonna answer yes or no questions now. In case you're new here, hi Vanilla, how are you? Oh, that's good to hear. Cave Ranger. So just so I'm reminding everybody, if you're returning, and just so you know if you're new, yes or no is closed-ended question. Yes is upright card, no is in a reversed card. And if I feel like the card itself has a message for you, then I will explain to you why the card came out as no and what might be the reason. I'm doing okay. I'm recovering from my cold. Let's see. Okay. So is Tracy still here? And Quinn, are you still here, Quinn? Because now it's 3 p.m. Eastern time now. Let's see. Let's see questions. Okay, Quinn. Okay, so Quinn was here first. Okay. Okay, so Quinn was here first. What's your yes or no question, Quinn? Remember, it has to be a yes or no question. And then while you formulate your question, Quinn, I'm going to answer Tracy's. Okay. Hi, Tracy. Okay, will Tracy and her husband work things out? Will Tracy and her husband work things out? Will Tracy and her husband work things out? I got a no for you, Tracy. You got the King of Cups in reverse. The King of Cups in reverse is not the healthiest emotionally. So I don't know if someone in a relationship is emotionally unavailable, maybe keeping their feelings to themselves, maybe emotionally unstable. But the High Priestess too in reverse. I don't know if it's a Pisces or water sign energy. It could be, but it doesn't have to be. I'm just saying that. I think we're still in Pisces season. I don't know if in the relationship you're sensing that the emotions may be gone, like the love is gone. And that may be why the King of Cups is in reverse too. But from what I'm seeing, it's looking like a no. But this is the current energy, just so everyone understands. Like, I'm reading the current energy right now, so anything can change. You know, people change their emotions like they change their underwear. Like, even they change their opinion. You know, someone's feelings right now may change in the next 5 minutes. You know, so based on this current energy, it's looking like a no, Tracy. But I think it has more so to do with emotions. I don't know if the love is gone, or if there's someone's apathetic, like they no longer care, like they gave up. It could be that. I hope that helps, Tracy. Fire sign. Oh, well, that, I don't know if that reading that I did earlier, I don't know if that resonates with you. You know, the one I did about the King of Wands in reverse, that's fire sign energy. Okay, Quinn. Okay. So Quinn wants to know. You're welcome, Tracy. I hope everything works out the way it's meant to for your highest good. Okay, Quinn. Is there potential for a romantic relationship to develop between... I'm gonna put this card back in, but you got a yes, right? Should I just keep it? Because I was talking about fire sign energy, and the Knight of Wands came out. That's all. Like, is that for Quinn or not? I'm gonna leave it out for you, but I'm gonna do it again because that came out too fast. That's what she said. The Knight of Wands is a flirty knight. He takes action. Well, let's see, Knight of Wands. Well, is there a potential for a romantic relationship to develop between Quinn and M? Is there potential for a relationship to develop between Quinn and M? This is so weird. But the Knight of Wands coming out first. But the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords came out in the reverse. But let me look at this card. I feel like it is a yes, but I feel like there's something that happened in somebody's past that maybe may affect the relationship. Because when I look at this card, you see, this card came out in the reverse, right? But this is a no, right? But then this is a yes. So I feel like this is more a maybe, but I feel like it's more like a yes, but more maybe, if that makes sense. Because I don't know if there's something that happened in the past, that past conflict that might interfere with the relationship. I don't know if M has somebody from the past. I don't know, has children from the past. Or there's just something about their past that may conflict with the relationship. So I see the Two of Swords at the bottom. And the Two of Swords is more like you're blocking something. Somebody's blocking something. Someone's in their head about something, trying to figure something out. So I don't know if there's something in the background that you don't know about with M that can be an interfering factor in your relationship. There seems to be attraction there, like the Knight of Wands. He is attracted to you, but there may be something going on in his head. He's thinking possibly the past experience. It could be your past experience. It could be your thoughts. It may be you that's kind of like guarding yourself, protecting yourself with something, because I don't know if you know something about him from the past, or he shared something with you about his past that kind of has you in your head. Yeah, it is. Okay. But I feel like that could be something that interferes with the relationship, because I don't know if, like, with the Knight of Wands, this is considered like the flirty knight, you know, the one that's charismatic and attractive, and so I don't know if this is how you think about him, if you like perceive him in that way, and that may make you like a little hesitant to even consider starting something with him. That may be why you're maybe in your head with the Two of Swords. But like I mentioned, it's like you could keep your guard up, but continue to see what can develop without over giving, over investing. You know, you could just have fun. Have fun. Don't make it so serious, you know, and just see what comes of it. And if you feel like something doesn't sit well with you, then at least you can move away from the situation. Do what you feel most comfortable for you, without you feeling like you sacrificed a part of yourself for nothing, if you know what I mean. Because your time, your energy, your intimacy is all valuable, you know. But I say, like, if you feel like you had to keep up your guards, do so. But then also allow, you know, give it a little opening, just allow to see what can happen. But not to the point where it completely blocks the situation if it has the potential, you know. I hope that makes sense, Quinn. It's funny that the Knight of Wands came on the fire sign. Tracy mentioned fire sign. That's so strange. And you saw that card just flew out. That's so like, is this Tracy's card or Quinn's? Okay, Cave Ranger. All right, I know this is this the week that I said that something could happen? The 8th through, because I said 2 weeks, right? Let's see, will Cave Ranger find a job soon? That's too many cards. Hold on a minute, my throat is bothering me. Okay, will Cave Ranger find a job soon? Why are you doing Cave Ranger dirty like this? I don't know. I don't know why. Ten of Wands came out, but then there's like Wheel of Fortune at the bottom. I think you're feeling the pressure. You're feeling pressure. Because the Ten of Wands card is like having a lot of responsibilities, a lot on your plate. In the reverse, it's overwhelming for you. It could be overwhelming right now. You're welcome, Quinn. You're welcome. I hope everything works out for you. The Ten of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. You know, why is there a fly here? It's so weird. Because I see the Wheel of Fortune, the Four of Wands, and then the Tower at the bottom of the deck. So these are like yes cards, right? But I feel like, well, I'm trying to figure out this Ten of Wands. Because the Wheel of Fortune has to do with change, a change of luck, a change of fortune. Things improving. But since it's in the upright, this is a good Wheel of Fortune. It's about good luck. If you believe in luck, right? But I feel like, I think we talked about this before. There's something that needs to change. And we talked about this before about this is like a hard reading, Cave Ranger. Because we keep getting the damn no card. I'm sorry, Cave Ranger. But with this being at the bottom, I feel like, I don't know, this is a past energy where things were good, where things were secure, and then something fell apart. And this is why you're currently where you are right now with looking for a job. But it's something like a no. I'm sorry, Kate Ranger. Okay, I stood on that because that one was... Remember when we talked about try something different? Try something, apply for something a little bit different? Okay, let's see. Will Vanilla receive the income assistance she needs in April? Let's say no for April. Because you got the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So it's a no for April. It's saying no for May too. I think it's going to be in June. Because of the Empress, she's a 3 card. 3 months from now. That's June. If we're going by months, right? We're currently in March. So for all you know, it could happen this month. And we still got weeks left in March. It could be 3 weeks. Three, Empress. June. 3 months. Because I think we talked about, that's a delay. Because I remember we were talking about this before, and I was like, you need it now? Because I was seeing further away. I think I was seeing the fall. I think, remember I said September or something? 9, the month 9. Let me know if I'm remembering correctly. 3. Because Pentacles is years. So I know it cannot be years. Because Pentacles take slower. It takes time. But Empress. So I remember somebody asked me if they were gonna get some income, and I said something about 9. I was like, no, that's too far. That's too far away. I remember somebody asked me about income before, and I was like, September, that's too far, because somebody needs their money now, you know? Because I remember somebody asked me a question like that before. It could be with the Empress card, because I'm looking at it could be 3 weeks to 3 months. 6 years, that's too much. That's too long. So that's why I didn't even look at the 6 for that. I would say up to 3 months from now. But it could be 3 days. It could be 3 weeks or 3 months. It could be the 3rd of a month. April 3rd, May 3rd, or June 3rd. But you got both no for April and May. And at the bottom is no. Yeah. I think it's the 3. 3 is significant. It could be 3 weekdays, 3 weeks, or 3 months. 3 months from now. That's June. April, May, June. But it's looking like a no for April and May. That's why I'm thinking June more so. If it's, I don't know what it is. If it's something that you have to follow up with, an application, try to follow up with them to see what's going on with your application, and if there's anything missing. Because sometimes I don't know what it is, but sometimes they don't let people know that something's missing with whatever they applied for. And then you're waiting for a response, a decision to be made, and you don't know. Oh, you know, like you have to follow up with them, and they're like, oh yeah, you're missing this. Why didn't you call me? Why didn't you follow up with me? Why didn't you notify me that I was missing something? So if it's something that you really need, I would suggest you follow up with them to see what could be causing the delay. Especially if this is something that you've applied for some time ago and you haven't heard any feedback or anything. Let me see what time it is. Okay, got 12 more minutes before my break is over. Does anybody else have a yes or no question? Okay. Okay, that's good that you followed up with them. But April, I don't know, it said no April, May. Would you mind if you, what do you mean doing double work right now? This is my lunch break. I do the readings on my lunch break. Hi Hope, how are you? Well, no. Because I can't do reading and working at the same time, because then I could get in trouble. So I had to I do the tarot readings during my lunch break. So, and my lunch break, I could do whatever I want. They can't tell me what to do. If I want to twerk in the middle of the street, I can do that. Who's Avery and who's TJ? Because I'm not answering questions that have to do with someone who's not here. Hi, Ita, how are you? Does anybody have a yes or no question that involves them? Oh, I hope you feel better, Hope. I hope you feel better, Hope. Who are they? I'm doing good. I'm recovering from a cold myself. Okay. So if they're next to you, they should go on their YouTube app and go on my channel and ask me a question. Okay, I have 9 more minutes before I leave and go back to work. So, okay. Let me see. Okay. Let's do, yes, you can ask a yes or no question, Hope. They gotta support me if they want me to answer that question. Okay. Does Etha's person who came back have romantic feelings for her? This card came out again. Because somebody asked me a question about their relationship and they got the King of Cups in reverse, and the King of Cups is in reverse too. But I don't know if somebody's like blocking their emotions, because the King of Cups can be somebody who's blocking their emotions. But it could also be someone who doesn't have any emotion, doesn't have any feelings, more like unhealthy feelings. They could be emotionally unstable, maybe emotionally insecure, but it's looking like a no for you, Ita, right now. But it may be because there may be an imbalance within him. I don't know the reason for no contact, and you don't have to put it in the chat because that's your personal business, but I feel like there's some sort of blockage going on with them emotionally. But you know what's funny? Because I'm talking about blockage, emotions, keep it. Seven of Swords in the upright. The Seven of Swords has two meanings. You know, it has a negative meaning, which is someone being sneaky, deceptive. But it also could be somebody being strategic or so I don't know if this is him purposefully holding back his emotions for a specific reason, if it's a strategy for him, or it could be just a way for him to defend himself or protect himself from possible hurt or pain. But it could be that, you know, with the Seven of Swords. So Seven of Swords is more like a strategic action taking person. A person in that energy is could be sneaky, but then they could also be strategic, you know. So it could be something like that. But you know what's interesting? And this is something that I was talking about with my son, the fox. I hope you're still there, Ita. Foxes are monogamous creatures. I don't know if anybody knows that. I don't know if anybody knows that about foxes, that they're monogamous creatures. So this is like, seeing this, it's giving more maybe, but I feel like that he may be holding something back. He may be holding back his feelings. But hopefully he's not doing it in a sneaky, negative type of way. I hope. Yeah, but they are monogamous. I did not know that. Well, I learned about that, but then my son reminded me yesterday that they're monogamous creatures, because we were talking about apex predators. If apex predators are more monogamous or non-monogamous animals. I didn't know that about foxes, but that's a cool thing to know, especially when you're doing a love reading, right? It gives you hope. Like, someone could be sneaky, but it's strategic, but then they could also be monogamous, you know? So I feel like it's a maybe, because I don't know what happened between you and him, Ita. Okay, let's see. Hope your question. You're welcome, Ita. I want to make sure I understand your question correctly. It says, after you have a love marriage, or you get married for love, will your parents accept you and you can be happy together? Hope, are you still there? I just want to be sure I understand your question. Because it sounds like there's a couple questions in there. Let me see. I have 3 more minutes before I could leave. Before I leave. It's not could leave, before I leave. So Hope, can you clarify your question for me? Okay. Oh. I'll try. It's a Friday, so I'm glad it's Friday. Thank you, Vanilla. Okay, Hope. Which question you want me to answer? Because will your parents accept you? And can you have a live happy together? I'll be honest. Those questions are. You get to choose happiness. You know, happiness doesn't choose you. You choose happiness. You know? Questions already. Just guys. Answer to the questions. Spirit angels, guides, questions. What's that your hopes questions? What's the answer to hopes questions? Okay, so you have a yes, Hope, but it seems like I think this is something I mentioned before with you, if I remember correctly. It's gonna be a battle, but it's just as long as you keep going forward, not letting anything hold you back. You and your person not letting anything hold you back, then you and them being happy together is a possibility. It's just a matter of you being strong and committed and devoted to your relationship and the success of your relationship, you know. But it's not going to be an easy road. There's going to be challenges, there's going to be obstacles, but as long as you don't give up, there will be happiness in the end. But remember, like I said, happiness is a choice. Happiness doesn't choose you, you choose happiness. Remember that goes to everybody. Okay, so I hope that helps, and I have to get off right now. So I might be going on after work, after 5 p.m. Eastern time. So I might see you again later. And if not, I hope everybody has a great day or afternoon or evening ahead. And I'm sending you lots of angel love. Why is it angel love? Because it's a flyer on here. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Take care, everybody. Bye, everyone.